Hey everyone, welcome back to our playthrough of Disco Elysium. In this episode, we gotta figure out what we can do. Who the hell is that over there? And all kinds of other stuff. We need to get done with all of this. So if you're in for the ride on trying to do these tasks, remember to like and subscribe, and we're just gonna get into it because I ain't got time. Who is that? I can't even talk to him. And you don't got shit to say. Okay, bye. What do you need?
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye,
Okay.
Gendarme.
Yeah, bye. We need to do the drug thing. We need to talk to the lorryman. We talked to the fat guy, but we didn't talk to him about the drugs. We were talking to him about what's it called? About how to reverse time. So let's see if he can say anything about the drugs. Because it's the only lorryman I think you could talk to is him, the guy who likes the poetry, and old boy who sells his stuff. So we might as well start here and work our way back.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, I am. You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
This man's on crack.
Perhaps it's good to agree to get him talking.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of
Not in,
Martinaise.
not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Not the purity.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around for? Most of the communers have left.
What do you
Communers
think?
have left.
I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at
I don't
night.
think that's a good word to
If
use.
they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with their trailer door open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country.
Okay.
We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
I think we should agree with him. Bad for him, I
It's
guess.
a fucking travesty is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
The street vendor south of here, that guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
I guess we have to pay him a visit
Guess
then.
so.
Yeah, let me get away from you. I thought we already talked to old boy, but perhaps I am mistaken. Hello, friends. I will have your jacket one day. You. I thought we talked to you about drugs.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
What's your stance on drugs?
I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Okay, well, we're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is a traffic jam.
That's so cool.
How's that
You
cool?
investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
True. But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right?
It is.
I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
Has this fence always been broken over there? I just noticed it.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Well, stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Right?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Are you afraid?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here.
Okay.
That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
We're not gonna... We're buddies! Help us out! No one needs to know
It's
what
a she,
you...
okay?
Oh.
The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Is it the old lady, the dazed out one?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
True.
He's not ruling her out.
Who are these other drivers?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
The other guy has tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Sure. Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Funky sunglasses. Let's look.
Shine on these sunglasses lasts a life.
I don't have any. Sorry. Not the ugly ones. I don't have enough points for that right now, sir. So, this is the last guy, and then we can try to talk to the lady again, I guess. He has tattoos?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Conceptualization, empathy. I heard you're the one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you don't know. Now you're saying you do?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
Oh, these are his tattoos. I thought that was like a turtleneck.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part. Not trickery. It's true. We would of course lie. But a kind heart is tricky. Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Who's the person? What's her
Thank
name?
God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Who is she to
A
you
friend?
then?
An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
What does she look
A
like?
youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
So it's not the old
What
lady.
color hair?
Blue and violet.
Whoa.
Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
How do you know?
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it?
Yeah.
All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
You said she's
She's
troubled.
got
How?
the darkness in her.
The darkness.
That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked.
Okay.
And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lord behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay?
No.
There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
No.
The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then, acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out.
Right.
Push Tommy and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
So you're alright with others ratting her out, just you don't want your hands dirty?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt, too.
Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation, too. It's important.
You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
Imagine it. An explosion of stars. Goodbye world of men, money, and machines.
Fine. I'll find another way.
Thank you, friend.
Let's go talk to the race guy.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the run around. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Celine, didn't you?
He did something.
Didn't do it.
He stole his employer's
Sorry.
goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Just tell me which one's her
Listen
lorry.
up, fuckwits. You don't scare me.
Oh, I
You
should.
cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinaise. You don't run anything.
Actually, we do.
He means la puta madre.
A legendary,
Huh?
and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Okay.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM.
Oh.
Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Okay.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Say nothing then, I guess.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this.
Ooh.
Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Kim.
not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
True.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the
Oh
job.
god.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
I guess we'll have to try it.
Men like
Yes!
this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you,
Oh,
I told you.
look at him go.
I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you the rest of your life, you understand?
Fucking homo cop. Look, fuck you, man. It's a lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her
Past the
lorry?
monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Okay. Well, at least we didn't have to waste a point and got that. Okay, so we're gonna come through here. How do you get around? Up here. Okay, a green lorry. This one? Oh.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Let's peek in the
The
window.
glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
Let's try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Well, you know, we have this thing. Can't it open anything?
This green found, A to Z,
Okay. How are we
contemporaire,
going to
is
open this,
parked
Kim?
in the
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
With the pry bar. What if I put it in this hand? Look at me, double wielding.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in
Let's Let me just see if this gives me a different...
This screen found A to
42,
Z
okay.
Contemporaire is
So we'll put this one in here.
this screen found A
Let's
to
try
Z
it.
can call down the hammer
Yay!
of truth and justice. With a firm punch that could shatter bone, you smash through the window. Why you didn't equip and use the pry bar, who knows? But now, release your secrets, Lorry Cabin.
People messaging. Put my phone on mute.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Okay.
There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Let's admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring
Okay.
starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right
Ingenue.
above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's the
The
smell?
remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade No. 5.
Look at the
The actress
centerfold.
is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared.
Oh, wow.
The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tijon, a
Tip
starlet
Tijon.
from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
Oh, what happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River,
Door
not
to the
far from
river.
here, on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Oof.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent.
Hmm.
It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Oh.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Why is she needing it? Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What do the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the save stations?
No, that's on 78.9.
How does he know?
What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Oh. Why would anyone need so many
For
stations?
contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
What else is
The
here?
ghostly actresses, and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat, and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here,
A hammer.
a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye.
Okay.
A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
I don't know what throttle is.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern of the driver's right boot sole. Oh, on the throttle. I guess that's the gas pedal.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it to yourself.
Oh! One of the footprints of the crime scene had an aberration. One of the soles was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was
Yeah.
present at the lynching.
So she's the Lady Hardy. The missing 8th Hardy here?
Looks like her, yes.
And she's also running a drug trade. What a handful. First drug smuggling, now this. How deep does this rabbit hole
Now
go?
we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
This would fit with what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
Let's fill over the passenger
Voila.
seat.
A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol.
Okay.
Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Bon prise. Hold open the top
This
most
large
map.
map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinaise is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881.
Hundreds of thousands
High
at one time?
above the massive brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
And where do they lead?
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
We're always talking about Jamrock. That means we live in Jamrock, right? Fold open the
This
second map.
municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol. The great solution to the riddle of history.
Oh, okay, sir. Look at
The
the third
final
map.
map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
And that's what we'll say
So
to
it
him.
would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end
Hard
up?
to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
That sounds vaguely
The
familiar.
Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see
Okay.
themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes. But really, they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol.
Okay.
With cool names, like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
And the skull people? Who do you think is behind
It's definitely
this?
not the Union. They
Right.
just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Best not to
Okay.
disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silent.
About the
A metallic
toolbox.
drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an
Newspaper?
issue of Petit Férique from last
You?
Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine.
Okay.
Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
You pull out toolbox, slice back, you close the right.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Alright. Of course. What would you like to speak about? Oh, autosaving. Oh, there we go.
All right. we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Correct.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station.
Move.
A worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
Correct.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
So it turns out this is connected to the
Like
Union.
Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
What about the movie posters? How they
As
factor in all this?
elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe the trader's some kind of cinephile.
Yes, well,
Unimportant.
How's that important?
as elegant
There's a
as
lot
they
of women,
are,
especially for
I don't-
lady cabs.
Yes, well,
Unimportant.
Well, the RCM opened an
we should
investigation
return
of
to
this.
the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay.
Debrief over.
Okay. Well, let me put this away. Just running around with that. We will go talk to Joyce then. So that we can have more than one point. I still need to find this gun. What am I looking for this guy?
That ride is fucking. Hey, piece.
Half-light. We need more half-light. So, I need 1 point for rhetoric. And then I'll put 1 into half-light. And we only have 1 point right now. What's this? A mesh has been carved in the wall. Trans-nation, Ike Nation. You know, we don't have enough points to... What's this? Old poster near Aron Vike Ike, 49, the Elysium. Sounds like it's an obscure live performance in the dirty underground bunker. Does she have colored hair? Is she the driver? I don't know. We'll go talk to her in a second.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the Lorman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to
Yay.
that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes
It
located?
doesn't really matter. And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement,
Right.
but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
I'm gonna let him handle it. Thank you. If he
there
wants
is
to
an
talk, he doesn't ever
investigation,
talk.
It will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Exactly.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What's that about a blood blast?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war,
Oof.
with possible consequences for all of Revachol West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they
Okay.
elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse in
They were
faith?
dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinaise. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not Disco.
It is very far from Disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's
Ew.
second largest insect, can
Scary.
kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable
I got the
to
gloves.
muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Right.
As I said, a bloodbath.
The great bloodletting. See, Cam, this is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you've been describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about the Colonel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Right.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
I'm not saying that. Okay, anything else you got on 'em?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database,
Okay.
you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
I've already
Do you
done
know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
that. Could you contract the company and tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Said
Or
she
he
assaulted?
didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
And who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinaise.
This does not come as news to us, but still.
Yeah.
To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer.
I'm just making sure
I
she
don't
knows.
have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
The colonel is the one who was hanged. Did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him.
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
Okay, his name was...
Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name.
Of course not.
Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis
Oh.
DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on.
True, I
She
see.
passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50.
43
It's hard to
or
say
something like that?
which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. And Classier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think.
Occidental.
Light brown hair, a mixed accent. Oranese. Or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it.
Where are they?
Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out.
Okay.
For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes.
Oh.
Ghetto savages.
Ghetto
It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Ain't no way.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Right? We get ours from the coalition. Where do they get theirs from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
Well, we still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Where are these mercenaries?
One is obviously the scab leader
Oh!
at the harbour gates. The one
the
chanting
actor.
the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
The one must be... Oh, the actor... One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the labor harbor gates, the scab leader.
Maybe so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
Would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
I have another
I
question.
hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we
Until
have?
the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Oh. Can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a
there's
minute,
rest of
in
this.
silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a triget not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Let's observe her
Her
expression.
mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Okay. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
This is one going nowhere but the more. I've spoken to him. For now, his soul's fast inside his corpse.
That is precisely What the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Okay. I need this information.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all. Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No. So. Get 2 signatures from Everett. What do I need for that?
You take the legal documents out of the...
Interfacing. Okay. I have 2 points. I know I said I was going to talk to her, but we'll come back to her tomorrow. Let's go... We're back over here. We also need an empathy check mark. Let me talk to you.
It's you again. What is it?
Guess what? I connect you to local drug
Like
trade.
hell you have.
I have.
There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock?
Right.
The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, you do the honors. You earned it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Yes, but that just sends everyone else to Jamrock, doesn't it?
You're admitting profiting off of poisoning your own people.
Who fucking who? People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Shut your mouth.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
The 8th Hardy. The one who's missing. She runs things, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
I don't think you do.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints. Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
I'll talk to Joyce. Her Merc's hanging. You hanged. His friends are coming for you.
By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Yes, they're forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming for
This
you.
is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Okay.
You heard the man. Right here.
Oh.
We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own.
Are they automatic?
We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic
I
armor?
guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay. They're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like
They're gonna kill you,
on
whatever.
What might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Oh, this unlocked itself. Okay. Let's try it again.
Convince Titus he's
Fucking
being
thank God.
Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
He'll get it. Go
Write it
on.
down, Kim. The Martinaise, they just killed you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
They just hang you like the Dark Age, make a display of your corpse. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
We didn't kill him.
Gonna kill me for no reason?
Even hang him. He was dead when...
What?
Shut up, Angus.
Before you he was dead before you hung him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
Poor Angie.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Elizabeth, shut
now
up!
It's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Ebrard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Goodbye.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So you didn't kill him, he was already
He
dead.
nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them?
So is the Hardy...
Take note of this.
The Hardy
They'll
girl
probably say more about her later.
and the girl upstairs are in a relationship, and then that guy came in, and they were having a threesome, and something went wrong, and then someone shot somebody? That's my guess.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man, still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened
We
then?
went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
Oh, the replaced
fucking
window.
Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking.
Right?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
We did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Yeah.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Faces didn't kill him. Why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we
That
talking
can't
about?
show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
Who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life.
Is she?
Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinaise thing.
Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Any ideas about his past
My
too?
dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
And whose idea was to hang him anyways? Her?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the 2 girls? He may be talking about the other one.
The girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
The 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Her name, her current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Sorry I made you guys
Me
fight.
too.
Thank you for this. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klausya, came to Martinaise to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
You would still prefer we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, This place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy. We got some shit. We got some shit. I'm telling you what. What is it we need for him?
Hi again, gendarme.
Composure.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Let's go out here. Now we're looking for somebody we've never even met. That girl we've never even met. Or is it the skull girl that they're talking about that's up there? What is your name?
That ride is... Hey!
I mean, High Life. Let me see. I don't want this to go away. Cap has been reached. Okay. See if thing has High Life. That's -1. Let's see what he has to say.
That ride is...
Hey, piss... Look who
Oh,
it is!
let's do it!
Shrunken cophead material.
Hold on. Let's make sure nothing's giving us negative High Life. Hold on. What are these shoes that are like 20 bucks give you? If they give you High Life, maybe we'll buy it. For these... Oh, he's gone. So we can't buy it. Fuck. I'm scared this guy's gonna go away. Okay, we're just gonna try it and hope for the best. Actually, we're gonna save. We're gonna save right here.
That ride is...
Hey, piss...
Yes!
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys with those jackets are gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
No! Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects are already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we would be cool killer skull too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Yes. Yes, the jackets.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Yes.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more pissed, you know, kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
But why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell, go undercover hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover.
It does. It does.
Raise hell.
It does.
In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all.
Not
I just
them in their
wanted
little
them
shirts.
to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Well, whatever. I'll take both then. Still, it's good to know we have a pair in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
Hey!
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
Yeah, but I love it.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What does it give me? I look sick. I look sickening. What do these pants give me? Oh, this one gives me -1 logic. Perception. Nah, I need the perception. Oh my god, I'm sickening. Perception or empathy. Here, we'll take these empathies. Oh my god. No, we're taking the boots back. Boy, if we aren't the coolest motherfucker around, my dog.
You finally made it, haven't you?
I have.
People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool
That's
jacket?
what I'm saying.
Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Damn right I'm
you
dangerous.
You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool.
That's
In
true.
fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed.
As they should be. As they fucking should be. We're sick. We got a frog hat and a cool jacket with our slacks and boots and gauntlets. Oh my god. We're the sickest cop to ever live anywhere in this world. So, we're gonna have to end the episode here looking this sickening. I know, let me give you a back view. Yes. We look sick. So, if you did enjoy this episode, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.